Okay, so what you're going to need are the following items. 6-inch embroidery hoop. I got mine from Walmart. They're pretty cheap. You want the plastic version if you can. And you want a black nylon stocking. Cut one leg off at the top of the thigh. And you also want to get some of this 1/2-inch split flex tubing. You don't really need this. It's strictly for aesthetic purposes. It makes it look a little more professional. Then you want to get about 2 feet of this 10x2 gauge electrician wire. And get a package of 7-inch zip ties. You'll only need one. Then a 1-inch or a 1 1/4 inch hose clamp. Now what you do is you take the part of the stocking that you cut off at the thigh. You want to cut right down the edge of it all the way to the toe. Next thing you want to do is just go ahead and cut off the toe. You don't need that at all. Then go ahead and open it up and spread it out. And what you're going to have is a big rectangle. So now take your embroidery hoop, break it apart, fold your stocking in half, and pull this over the inner part of the embroidery hoop. And then stretch it out over this hoop. And this is where a second pair of hands come in pretty useful. Have someone else put the outer ring over the inner ring to hold the nylon in place. Go ahead and tighten it down a little bit, but not too much, because what you want to do is you want to go around the whole edge and stretch out the nylon. Not too much. You don't want to tear it or rip it apart or anything like that. Just give it a stretch so it's nice and taut. After stretching it out a little bit, make sure the rings are seated together really well, and then go ahead and tighten it right down. So now you have your pop filter with all this extra stuff, and just go ahead and trim all the way around and get rid of all the extra stuff hanging. And there's your pop filter. Now just get your microphone stand. Put your wire up next to it and bend it. This bend will be attached to the microphone stand. Then you want to measure out about how far you want your pop filter to be fastened. And then bend the wire straight up. This upward bend is going to be where you attach the pop filter. Now right here it's a little too far, so I'm going to rebend this. You want it about 4 inches away, I would guess. I'm not a professional audio guy, so 4 inches just seems to be a best bet. Now I use these wire cutters to cut this wire, and it didn't cut very easily at all, so expect to use a lot of muscle and spend a little time trimming it off. Now you're going to take your pop filter and you're going to stick your zip tie right through here and attach it to the top of this wire right there. So once you've attached the zip tie to the pop filter and the wire, you're basically done. All you need to do is trim the zip tie, put on your flex tubing to make it look a little more official, and then now you can bend the wire and position the pop filter just where you think it is, right in the middle. It's the best place. And there you have it, your own personal pop filter, and not $20 to $50, more like $6.